He said it was anger, not the first time, not the last. Everyone told me to be patient. I stayed quiet, kept hiding the bruises. Then one night the police didn't come, the truth walked to my door on its own. That night he shoved me into the wall like I was an object, not a person. Later, the same sentence, it was just anger. Like anger was some kind of weather that came and went, and the rest of us just had to adjust. It wasn't the first time. And everyone had told me the same thing, be patient. My mother would say on the phone, marriage is hard. My friend Lisa would shrug, he's under stress. Mrs. Donnelly from church once squeezed my hand and said, men lash out sometimes. You don't throw away a family over one bad night. It was never just one night. I learned how to hide bruises, long sleeves, makeup, and the lies that came out automatically. I bumped into the cabinet. Slipped on the stairs. Cat scratched me. From the outside, our life looked normal. We lived in a small Ohio town where everyone knew your name but never your truth. He drove trucks. I worked the register at a drugstore. The bills weren't always paid on time, but we were surviving. Around here, survival passed for stability. Then his company cut roots. His hours dropped. His anger didn't. One day he punched the wall because the internet was down. The next week he threw a plate because I bought the cheaper brand of coffee. The things that used to be just inconveniences became excuses. I never called the police. The truth is, I picked up the phone many times. But then I'd think about the rent. The health insurance. The car payment. Where would I go without him? And then he'd apologize. Always. I didn't mean it. I just lost control. You know I love you. Love can be strange like that. Sometimes it wraps itself around the wound like gauze so you don't have to see what's underneath. Then that night came. He got home late, quiet, boots covered in mud. I only asked, you okay? He looked at me like I was the enemy. Why do you always ask questions? I said nothing. Silence had become my shield. But that night, silence didn't protect me. He stepped closer, grabbed my arm like I might run. Stop looking at me like that, he snapped. I wasn't even looking at him. The moment blurred, voices, walls, myself. When I came back to it, I was on the floor and he was gone, the door still echoing from the slam. I didn't call the police. I looked at myself in the mirror and, for the first time, thought, maybe I'm not the problem. 2 days later, Lisa came by. She saw the bruise under my eye and didn't wait for the lie. Call the cops, she said. I shook my head. It's not that simple. And it wasn't. The rent was late the next week. He accused me of hiding money. I said nothing. I'd learned that waiting things out sometimes kept the peace, at least for a while. Then came the night the police didn't arrive. There was a knock on the door. Sharp. Impatient. I thought it was him. Maybe drunk. Maybe angry again. But when I opened it, there was a woman standing there, tall, tired eyes like she'd seen too much. Are you Megan? She asked. I nodded. She didn't show a badge. She wasn't police. I'm Claire, she said. I work at the clinic downtown. I didn't understand. Then she said the sentence that changed everything. I think we're seeing the same man. Time stalled. She told me he'd been coming to her for 6 months. He'd told her the same things, that it was just anger, that he'd change. She had pictures, dates, messages. And most of all, she had something I didn't yet have, resolve. She had already gone to the police. She had filed a report. Your name came up, she said gently. I thought you should know. For the first time, the truth had come knocking on my door by itself. We sat at my kitchen table like strangers who had survived the same storm. That night, I told my story out loud, fully, honestly, for the first time. The next morning, we walked into the police station together. It wasn't dramatic. No one applauded. But it mattered. There weren't just our reports. There was another, older, from years back. A pattern no one had connected before. Truth rarely stands alone. He was arrested. Briefly, but it was enough to start something. And me? I left the apartment. Lisa offered her couch. My store manager quietly added more hours when she found out. Real miracles aren't loud. They are small. Someone opening a door, someone offering a shift, someone saying, You can stay here. Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's in quiet choices, filing the report, walking away, not coming back. I'm still juggling bills. I still wake up at night sometimes, heart racing. But now, when someone says, it was just anger, I know better. Anger isn't an excuse. And truth? It always finds its way to the door. If this story moved you in any way, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly helps more real stories like this reach the people who need them. Thank you so much for watching and being here. It genuinely means more than you know.